Alright, hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play a Paint Live. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night. Friday night, like Johnny Kemp says. Just got paid. Friday night. Okay, another boomer reference. But yeah, you know, somebody knows that damn song. Anyway, what's going on tonight? We're going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial, right? Just a little bit of a little sharing of how we do things, and it's usually not something that I ever bother to share as part of the stream, because I usually cover all this stuff prior to streaming. But you know, there may be a young Padawan out there. There may be somebody who could benefit from just seeing where square one begins. So that is the charge for the evening, folks. And what are we working on? Well, we're working on. We'll pan up here for a sec. Right, we're working on Star Wars. Hey, what's up, Chris? Working on some Legion stuff. These are the B2 super battle droids. And yeah, I'm just gonna start from scratch. And this is gonna be a little more tutorial-like than usual, because, like I said, we're going to explain stuff. Yeah. So for a lot of you guys watching, this is just going to be review, but it's going to benefit somebody. Just trust me. Just trust me. What are you working on, Chris? So we're going to do Legion stuff, and look, it tells you put all the things together and make those things, or make those things. Those are your options. That's, you know, luckily this ain't Malifaux. Right? That's the good news. So you get a couple sprues in these, right? And make sure you don't paint those this time. I know. My poor son. He really wants to paint these. And I'm really... I want so bad just to put a cool color on him. And I really do. I really do. Hey, what's up, Nelson? All right. All right, but we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna make the Star Wars, and I'm gonna show you guys how to work with hard plastic, specifically for Legion, right? Because Legion, they come in two flavors. They come in hard plastic, or they come in PVC. The easiest way to tell would be hard plastic is gonna come on a sprue, okay, and PVC is just gonna come in pieces. And PVC is just going to come in pieces that are all notched and keyed together, so you just stick them together. Let's see. Are all three of us still on for Sunday for Defiance? I am going to try. I'm going to try, folks. I'm going to do my best. You're building random 40K stuff, clearing out boxes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try. I don't know. I might be around tomorrow. Wait, are there only 6? There's only 6. There's okay. Well, you know, could be a short stream. It's fine. Let's do. So, yeah, we're gonna start to put these together. Okay. And you can see. Usually, they follow a letter format, right? So. These are both the same part, B01, and if you just follow the B pieces, that is what goes to that particular design. It does not. This is not true for things like building Malifaux and that kind of stuff. Malifaux is just good luck. They do have instructions online, but I don't read instructions. I'm bad, so I just do this. All right, so the next thing you're going to need is a set of sprue cutters. I know we're just starting at the beginning. We're just going to explain everything. Everything. You're looking for Jose for Sunday? Maybe. Yeah, maybe we can free him up, or if you guys play early enough, maybe Thomas. So anyways, so this is my used to be sharp hobby knife. Thing's been through some battles. I really need to change the blade and and I barely ever do it. Okay, so anyways, let's cut out a B droid, right? Let's just do them one at a time. Let's just do that, right? So cut these out, right? And you want the flat end of the angle clippers to hit the flat end of whatever it is you're freeing up. And it looks like you get some B05 or B07 things. So it looks like I'm gonna want me a B06 and a B04, right? And I want one of those, and I may want a B03. So let's do one of those, and let's do a B02 for the back. Okay. All right. And I think that's enough. That's enough pieces to try to figure it out for now. But let's do it, right? So, also used hobby knife is best. I don't like using newer blades because I accidentally cut yourself. Yeah, but the sharper blade does make this part a little bit easier. So now you're just going to go in, clean up the tags, right? Now, there's two schools of thought here. If you go sharp edge first like this and push this way, you run the risk of gouging holes out of the model. So when you talk to the safety people, the safe ones, they'll tell you to take the blade this way and actually run it that way, scrape across that way. And that actually is the safer way to do it, but it's not as exciting. So we don't so I almost never do it that way. But yeah, this is the way you are supposed to do it. You are supposed to run the back of the blade that way. And you see how that actually does a really good job of keeping everything nice and flush. Right? So you do that number. And you get rid of those little, you get rid of the little bits of tag and, you know, that sort of thing. Some people spend a lot of time doing this, and I'm lazy, so I don't spend as much time doing this. Just full disclosure, I do not. I do not. But here, look at me being safe, right? Although my most popular streams are when I'm bleeding, usually the best streams. Duller blades are just as good, and I can safely shave off sharp angles without cutting myself. Well, that's it. Shaving, like, is actually a better skill when you start working with the Batman 3rd edition stuff, the rubbery stuff, right? But we are right here, right? And then, okay, I'm showing you best practices and admitting to you that I don't always employ best practices. All right. So, for example, the cleanup. See, I just immediately went back to the other way. And then you do a little dry fit, right? You do a little dry fit like that, okay? And you cool. This is such a good fit that you don't really need to glue that much. But we're gonna glue. We're gonna use plastic cement for this, okay? I really like this plastic cement, this type that has the needle applicator. That's way nicer than a lot of the plastic cements that you'll find at the shop. The only problem is sometimes you got to clear the needle, right? So that's what this is for. This is my pinning wire, which is actually guitar wire. And you could buy a big old spool of this. This is pinning wire. I usually use this on metal models when I need to pin metal models. Why won't that go in? I think on camera I have a harder time lining it up, but yeah, just push it in there, right? Pull it out. I hope I still have enough plastic cement left to do this. But yeah, I like to do plastic cement. And I'll show you why. It's not really that much of a problem with this particular model, but you'll see it coming up here. All right, so glue that in, and then you get arms. So this is like an arms that goes like that, right? and then you can have this arms going. So you have the option of doing this, right, which is more of a bent joint, or you could do more of an action pose with him holding out the fist that way, right? So let's pick something. Let's pick a thing, a gun. It looks like our options are, wait, via the Sprugel. Our options are to go B07 or B05, and it looks like the main difference is the actual position of the arm. Okay, so B07 is more of a bent joint, and B05 is more of a straight joint. And I think because it looks like they're all the same orientation. But let's do this, right? And you could do, this is actually the wrong, yeah, this is wrong. If I wanted to go like that and he's, holding it underhand, that's one way, but that is not what we do. So let's try B05, I guess. They give you a bunch of extra stuff anyway. So, all right. This one is also a problem. Well, actually, that's correct, right? Like that. You want them to do that. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so let's pull all these off and let's glue it. Glue it. Uh-oh. I'm always running a little bit low on this stuff. Right, so I want that arm kind of back a bit, and then we'll go like this, right? And put a little in here. So a couple advantages to using plastic cement on hard plastic as opposed to using super glue. One is that you actually get a lot of playtime. In other words, if you're trying to adjust the fine position of a model, you could do that here. The other thing too is, you see how I have a gap right there? Like a line there. What I could do is I could put a little bit of this cement in there, and that will just sort of melt those two things together. And the third thing is just that it literally does like fuse the plastic together, so that when it does dry, when it does finally dry, it's going to be a lot stronger than say super glue. All right, so there's one. Oh, and then speaking of super glue, what I do is I swap when I'm going to glue it to the base. Now this may be hard plastic, but this is not necessarily polystyrene. That's an important thing. You can use plastic cement to put them to the base, but because I don't think it's pure polystyrene, it doesn't fuse as well. So I like to use just regular cyanoacrylate super glue. The Loctite gel is one of my favorites. I just like the Loctite glues in general because their applicators are very good. Okay, so there's one. Let's go build his buddy. Looks like there's just a bunch that are kind of the same chassis, right? So we could build a bunch of them. And that's how exciting tonight is going to be. Okay. I know. It's a big night. It's a big night, guys. But yeah, that is what we're going to do. Ooh, I could do... Yeah. I mean, you could do a left and a right. I could do a left and a right. Why not? Why not? Instead of going like full-blown Yeah. Let's go with a left and a right. Und a right. Right, so. Oh, what was that? I didn't do the scraping part? Oh no. What? What? I know, I'm doing shortcuts again. Like a bastard. Doing shortcuts again. Okay, so you can, if you want, like I could put this here, for example. Ooh, that's not as snug a fit, but I could do that there. And then or can that be the left? I don't think that should be the left, because if it's the left, it's going to point the fist down. So if you do that there, right, and then you do this here, then you have a straight arm here, and then you have a bent arm here, right? This stream's so fashion. So fashion. All right. Oh, I cannot. I really need to finally buckle down and get one of these. Get a new one of these. I've had this particular glue for years. That's how good that glue is. I probably glued, you know, 400 models together with that. Not even joking. Not even joking. All right, so let's go like this. Right? This one he may not have as intimidating a pose as his buddy over there. So when I do these in batches, let me just get the glue on these and call it. Yeah. All right, so when I do these in batches, I actually, oops, that's the wrong one. What? That's the wrong one too. This may not work. But yeah, when I do them in batches, I usually start with the more difficult sculpts first, and then I move my way, and then I end with the easiest sculpts, because by that time you may be very frustrated. Look at, this guy's really timid, like he's really pulling his punch here. Oh gosh, my son is gonna hate this one. He's gonna hate this. What have I done? Oh, that's not even the right. Are they all right hands? They are all right hands. All right. So fashion. Let's see. That's another thing. I can just rip that off, so I don't have to deal with it. Right. Plastic cement. We'll just, and I can put a little bit more on. And go like this. What I typically do too, sometimes if I'm not sure of the pose, I'll just leave them here. And then, especially if I'm working with different kinds of bases, I might go ahead and do that. Anyway, let's put together the last dude on this sprue, who is the E-Robot. And he appears to be sitting. Can't tell. Is he just sitting down? Like, what is his deal? It's like popping a squat. Oh, he's like partially kneeling. All right. And then we can give him, he can have the special gun. The special gun. So he'll have this, and he'll have this. He is in a 404 not found reboot mode. All right. You know what the good news is once I finish this robot, I will be half done building the robots. But yeah, I can only promise you this level of excitement tonight. This is the square one. This is square one, working with hard plastic miniatures. Uh-oh. Something hit the ground and it was very scary. Here we go. Look, there I'm doing it again. I'm running the blade directly into my finger, hoping something entertaining happens there. Look at that. You're not supposed to do it that way. I just showed you the safe way to do it. Right? You're not supposed to do it that way. What's the matter with you? Good there. See this little tag on the bottom though? That's going to be a problem if I don't scrape that off. See, it's just, I don't know. It's just faster and more exciting if you go that way. If you go blade towards finger, it's more exciting. All right. And yeah, that's how it's going to be. So I'll put the legs on first, because why not? So fashion. All right, put that leg on there, and then, wow! Yeah, finished some clone troopers earlier, so those are good to go. And then prior to that, I'll show you what I worked on prior to this as these things dry. All right. Oh, I didn't dry fit this. Gosh, I'm breaking all my rules. I'm breaking. So I showed you the best practices, and then I show you what I actually do, which is break all the best practices in favor of speed. Okay. Look at that. Look at him. He is so fashion. Prior was more Mando. No. I worked on a project that did not make it on air, which makes me a little bit sad, but still pretty awesome. All right. Looks like this is just it's pretty much the exact same sprue. So because the B robots are essentially the same, I'm gonna do it this way. You can't stop me now. I don't know why I like to batch that way, but I do. Yeah, I finished a project in the middle of all that did not get any airtime. All right. All right. Oh, these are different. CA. Oh, okay. I'm working on the C robot and the A robot at the same time. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that these are actually different? Because it was so fashion. Oh, yeah, look. The back is different. That is not even... Okay. Well, wait. Yeah, this guy's little arm pegs are set differently than this one. Oh, Star Wars, you're changing it up on me again. All right. Look at that. Fat bots. And then So I guess I'll go A and A. Yeah. A. Let's do all the A bits on the A row bit. I know it does seem like all I work on recently is just Legion stuff. It's been a lot. It's been a big part of what I've been working on recently. But I do have other... See, look, I'm doing it again. I do have other projects that that I sneak in between. And sometimes those projects are upload worthy and sometimes they're not. The R2 battle droids are pretty good in the game, cost effective. Okay. So should I buy 2 boxes of these, Nelson? Is that what you're saying? So that I could paint this one? My poor son. He'll be so mad if I do it again. You did it again, Dad! You did it again. Alright. Is that... Ooh, look, this guy looks like he's in charge. I like that. You in charge, dude. Alright. He's got the finger out and everything. Now, one of the reasons why, if you've got a little, like just a little bit of flash on these nubs, sometimes it's not the end of the world. Still a good idea to scrape them, but because we're working with plastic cement can melt stuff like that and make it, you know, make it not a factor. But yeah, I'm going to stop because I need to build what I actually, if I want to do any more Legion stuff, what I really should work on is I should work on my Empire. All right, I should make a, oh, how weird. What? Why? Why is this on the wrong side? This is not, oh, wait. Are we supposed, yeah, I guess so. But that's still the wrong arm. It should be, right? Wouldn't it work? Oh. Actually, that's correct, I guess. I think that's right. I don't know, whatever. You're going to be that. That's your life now. That's who you are. Okay, so now, let's do the C arms. This is CO6 and CO7. Yeah, I do want to do like, I want a Vader-led snowtrooper team. That's basically snowtroopers and Imperial Guard. Right? That's what I want. Just because that would look super cool. And I don't know if I buy anything else for them. Just guys. It's just Vader and dudes. Right? And I'll buy like 3 packs of snowtroopers. And you got to paint them all in one go to make them, you know, believable. There. I like how these robots they don't believe in leg day. They're just gonna be swole up top, right? Swole where it counts, just swole up top. They don't care. Ah, okay. But yeah, my wife was supposed to do a play date this weekend, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So, but that said, still gonna free up probably Sunday or something like that during ATST. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. I mean, it would be fun to paint and build. My son would lose his mind. He would probably really, really, really like that. Ah! Look at this. He's just doing an obscenity. What is going on with this robot? I think this arm is supposed to come back some. There we go. Let's put that arm back some and let's. Ooh, it's already starting to fuse. There we go. Let's do that. So now it looks like he's doing a robo punch thing, and not an obscenity. Yeah, I would if I'm gonna do an ATST, I'll build it and paint it and never show it to my son until it's all done, and then I'll just put it in the middle of the gaming table behind me and just watch him freak out. I think he would like that. All right. Okay. And then D. Okay. There we go. I don't know. These aren't bad ideas, guys. Although, like I said, the Imperial Army would be a pretty low priority right now. Because I still have to convince myself that I like playing Legion. That's probably step one, is me trying to convince myself that I like playing Legion. For me, it kind of gave me some old school War Machine vibes, where I tried War Machine on like probably 3 or 4 different occasions. Really tried to like it and get into it, and again, it's another game that just never landed with me. And I painted a lot of the early War Machine range, and in particular, I would put my army down and get super happy about it. Like, that was my favorite part of the game, was putting my army down on the board. And then the rest of the game, I just didn't care. Which is weird, because I really like Guild Ball, right? And there are some similar design philosophies in War Machine. But I think at the time, I just, with a lot of the local War Machine players at the time were just not fun people for me. So I didn't really feel it that much. All right. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think I'm getting some All right, gonna fix a kid's problem with a tablet. Hang on real quick, guys. All right, we're back. So my son may come back. He's having some technical difficulties with his little tablet, his little kid's tablet thing. Well, let's get back to work here. All right. So the notches on this guy are a little smaller. That's a little concerning. I think I can get that to seat properly. Whoop. And then go ahead and do this. Now it's probably a good idea actually for the multi jointed arm. It's probably a good idea to actually attach this part of the arm first before sticking it together, because that could change what you decide to do. There. And let's put this on. Okay. And you notice I still didn't get the little DDs off. You want to get the DDs off. Okay, there we go. And let's put this on here. And then we could start sticking the rest of them on the base. All right. Okay, so now that all that's done, we're not going to need our plastic cement for a while. We're switching over to super glue. Let's move over to super glue and let's start sticking these dudes on these guys here. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or threats. And oh. So super glue gel is pretty good because it will help fill gaps and that sort of thing. But not 100% required. I just prefer to do super glue to the base because I used to use plastic cement to the base and it just was not strong enough. You know, these you would have guys popping off. So use a super glue in it. You know, this guy here, he's having a little balance issue. You may have to hold it in place for a little bit. Not the end of the world. The gel again will help. Oh, except in this case, gel's not. The gel is not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so there's that. Looks like he's looking like he still wants to fall over. You know, have you ever, like, when you glue a model and you sit there and you watch it, there it goes. Sometimes you imagine that it's moving, but it's not. In that case, I actually imagined it was moving, but I was correct and thought I was just imagining it. This guy does not like, he does not like his base. What are we going to do with you? You're the worst one. Right? We'll just judge him. Failure. He did not. He did not. Is it because he's got a little DD on his foot? Probably. That's probably why. I probably deserve this. See, that's what happened. I rushed this particular build. And now he's not making enough contact with the base. And now he's just doing his own thing. Like a bastard. Alright. Look at this. See, that's a disaster waiting to happen. See that? He had a... This one has a DD on his foot. Okay. Scrape that real quick. Remember, we're going super glue here. Super glue does not melt the DD away. Super glue is just going to try to ignore the DD. And it's going to provide low contact with the surface. And you're going to be sad times. Alright. So we got this guy. There we go. And then the last one. Whoa! Sorry for knocking the camera there. Okay. Alright. So we got that. Let's... Alright. Looking pretty good. Let's let them dry for a minute. Well, before we move on to the... Before we move on to the next stage, let's let these guys dry for a minute. And in the meantime, I'll show you the untelevised project that I worked on this week. Okay? Hey, what's up, Larry? Alright, time for the untelevised project that I worked on this week. And I know you guys are going to be super amped for this one, okay? This is one that we all have been waiting for and we're all excited about, right? We're all do we get to win this time? So, this is what I worked on during the week. Rambo. And and of course Rambo. I'm expendable. It's like invited to the party, but Rambo, and Rambo. But wait. I know that's like as if you are not floored by the Rambo Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready to just partake of the... Look at this. Just don't knock the robots over, but look, it's just a pile, guys. It's just a pile of Rambo miniatures. There's just tons. Just look at this Rambo. Like, there's the Vietnamese officer. Look at that. Here's another Vietnamese patrol soldier. You got Russians. You got Russians in here, right? For those of you familiar with the movie, Larry, come on, man. We need you. We need you on board. This is important stuff, guys. This is important. Kobal from the movie. Look at her Mac 10. Man, that is a silencer. Right? That is a silencer, folks. And she's wearing the dress. You will not forget me, Rambo. I love Kobal. One of my favorite characters in the Rambo universe. You got Kobal. What else you got? You got Mossad from Rambo 3. Even though he was never armed with an RPG. This RPG, he has a little bit of a trajectory problem. A little worried. I would not fire this RPG, Mossad. I'm just saying. That's probably not going to go where you aim it. Just look out, dude. Who else we got in here? Where's my favorite? Where's my favorite Rambo buddy? I don't see him. This has got me a little bit worried. Where's my dude? Well, here he is. Here he is. Look, you got Colonel Troutman. You got Colonel. I know there's no Murdoch. You have to. Yeah, I'm coming for you. See, Chris knows what's up, man. You gotta have Murdoch in there. There's no Murdoch miniature, but you got Troutman from Rambo 3, and you also somewhere in here, somewhere in this mess, is now this guy's supposed to be Kurov, and that guy does not look like Kurov, but and then there's like, you know, they made up this character, Layla. They made up that character. Just because they wanted to have more options for playable characters. I get that. Dude, where's Rambo 2 Murdoch? His camo is so good that he's hiding in here and I can't find him. Larry, is this not the best game ever? Oh yeah, where's your waiting? Yeah, see? You got Rambo 2 Murdoch, remember? When he's wearing the... When he's wearing the beret? Trying to be the good soldier? Not Murdoch, sorry. Troutman. You don't get to play Murdoch, but you can play Troutman. And then, where's Wei Ting? Wei Ting is also a made-up character. Dude, he is so... Wei Ting is so good with his... Oh, there he... See? He was hiding in plain sight with his ghillie suit. Waiting, and he's got the sniper. What's up, Sean? To go, man. Sean, are you ready to play some Rambo with us? Are you ready? You guys need to be ready to play Rambo. I'm telling you right now. Where's old Rambo when he fights the mech? No, this only goes Rambo 2 and 3. So no First Blood miniatures. No Rambo 4, no Last Blood miniatures. Sadly, but you guys are, I'm positive you guys are as amped as I am. I did break a personal record painting all the soldiers. I painted 39 soldiers in one sitting. That's a single batch record for me. My prior record was 36, and they were zombies. So I barely count zombies, because zombies you really just splash paint and you throw some blood around, and that's zombies. Dude, come on, who doesn't want to be this guy? I'm your worst nightmare. to To defeat war, one must become war. Oh man! Look at my fancy storage solution for Rambo. You know look, this guy here, he needs a helicopter. He needs a helicopter to shoot down, right? He needs a gunship. I'm not quite done with the gunship. I do have the gunship just about ready to go. But I have the gunship. So you got the gunship from Rambo 3, and then you got Rambo's the escape helicopter from Rambo 2. Where's the Force of Freedom Jeep? I know there's no. It needs. We need more. We need the boat that they're on when they go down the river. We need the. I was like, where's the kid from Rambo 3? But then I figured, hey, that's probably in really bad taste to make a child freedom fighter a playable character. Uh-oh. My kid needs help. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, so now that we're all properly amped for Rambo, and we're all playing Rambo. Okay, I don't know if I explained this, but Rambo is a diceless game, and you just make decisions. You just make decisions. So we can totally play this on stream. For those of you who are down, meaning all of you. I know everybody here can't go another minute without, seriously considering how hard they're going to play the Rambo board game with me. I know we have to contain our hype. This is the one game we've all been waiting for, not exaggerating, our entire lives. This is what we, this is it, folks. This is what we trained for. This is your life now. The Rambo board game. All right, I am trying to find my cool little tool here, and I cannot find it. And this is the second time. This is 2 out of 2 times. And I've been looking for, every time I go looking for this tool, it just sort of walks off. Let's see what I got. Did I maybe stick it here again? Because I do that sometimes. I put it in the wrong place. Does not look like it's there. Uh-oh. Now I'm worried. Alright. So, yeah, get hype, everybody. Rambo board game. It's coming. It's coming soon. I just, I do have to paint those helicopters. You'll play one game with you. Rambo or Guild Wars. Guild Wars? I haven't played Guild Wars. I have not played Guild Wars. But where's... Oh, here we go. Here it is. There we go. Okay. Alright, the next part of this process, now that we're all hyped up over Rambo, and we're gonna base these guys, okay? And we're gonna do a very simple, like desert style base. Oh, Guild Ball. Definitely we'll play Guild... Oh, always down for Guild Ball. Alright, this is what I like to use. Vallejo ground texture. It's great stuff. Okay? If you can't find that, if you can't find this, there's plenty of alternatives. One of the easiest things you can do, let's say you wanted to just do a quick textured base, is you get yourself some Get yourself some really fine gravel, right? Put it in a little tub, a little container, right? You could use a little blister like this. You just pour some gravel in there, and then you're just going to take some PVA glue, mix it with a little water, get yourself a little slurry going, and you could do this same thing. It's just going to require like dipping the base and cleaning it off. It's a slightly different process. I like this because it's more consistent and it's finer. It's finer than just going out and getting gravel. So this works great for what I'm going to do here. Okay, so yeah, basing is very important. This is, I mean, for me, this is what I consider ground floor basing. Like this is, I'll do stamping. You guys know this. I'll do stamping, or I'll do other types of custom basing, depending on what we happen to be working on. In this case, we're doing a desert setup here. So, all right, so we're gonna do this. So, get yourself a decent little spreader blade thing like this, and I like to spread this as thin as it will humanly go. Okay. And it's because I don't want to have these giant clumps of just texture sitting at the model's feet. I don't want the model to look like it's like drowning in sand or anything like that, quicksand or mud. Right? These are going to be desert-like bases, so I want to just put a little gob on there and spread it as thin as I possibly can. The other thing this does is this makes sure that that things dry quickly, right? You guys know me. I'm a busy man when it comes to painting and doing commissions and that kind of stuff. And this is just super versatile. This is just a super versatile style of base you could do that is almost that is very little actual effort, right? I've painted this style basing as asphalt. I've painted it as forest floor, desert. You could paint it as snow, tundra. You can add snow on top of it, so you could see like I did that on my Hoth stuff. But yeah, like for me, if I'm doing a commission, for example, and this is usually like square. This is like square one basing, because I'm a firm believer in faces and bases. Uh-oh. Kid's screaming again. He is a problem. He's a problem. He's frustrated with his tablet. All right. Let me get to a good spot here. And I gotta run over there and help him again. All right. Little guy. He probably turned his airplane mode on, which I don't know why there's an. I mean, I get that there should be an airplane mode for a kid's tablet, but it's a little easy for the little kid to get to, right? It's usually airplane mode is usually, you have to at least flip open settings and hit it. But I'm pretty sure that's what he did. Okay. Let me go run over there real quick, guys. Discuss amongst yourselves. Why did the chat disappear? Here we go. All right. 2 seconds, guys. Whoop. Okay. Crisis averted. 2 down. Let's go this way. I do typically, when I'm doing this style basing, I do also like to, what's up with this? Is that, what's going on there? Do you guys see that? Did that, oh. No, I want that. Was there, why does it have a screen? What is going on there? Whatever. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you'll have like several parts of the model touching the base, like in direct contact with the base. It just makes it a little bit more annoying to get the texture everywhere, but yeah, this is good stuff. And these tubs will last you a very, very, very long time unless you paint, you know, hundreds of miniatures, in which case you go looking for these all the time. What happened here? Why is that there? Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's gone. Okay. Good. But as you can see, you don't need to put much on, because if there are, you know, blank spots, it's not the end of the world. You just need to have what you don't want. Ooh, he's moving. What you don't want is you don't want to have texture on. You don't want the texture to get on parts of the robot that you don't intend. But you just want enough on there. Kind of sell that look there. Yeah, he's loose. I'm not sure how or why. But he's loose. That's going to be a problem if that doesn't tighten down. All right, 3 down, 3 to go. Let's just keep going. Yeah, usually we don't stream this part of the prep, but I don't know. Maybe this is helpful, right? You guys get a glimpse of how I do a typical setup. Should also give you an idea as to why I run a minimum setup, why there is a minimum setup cost, right? I'm not just gonna fire it up and do 1 trooper miniature for people, right? Your time is worth something, so you should be aware of that. Really appreciate it when you put those types of basing on Legion. You can totally change colors to make it stand. Yeah, it's just it's a very versatile thing that you can do, and it's cheap and it's easy, and it just, right? And, you know, a couple minor things, putting a tuft down or something like that. Or you can even just like put a bigger rock down, or putting snow down. It's just really nice, cheap way to do basing. I used to do a lot of quirk basing too. Quirk basing is cool if you're gonna, you know, if you want to have, you know, the model standing on a large rock or something like that. Quirk basing is great for that. One of my favorite uses of quirk basing was Eldorado, when, you know, you had the models would look like they're standing, you know, above like molten lava, right? Like they're actually adventuring in hell. That's kind of cool. That was always kind of cool. So see, I have too much texture on this guy, so I'm just gonna borrow it. It's gonna borrow it and give it to this guy. Okay. So you guys have to stop me from painting these so that my son doesn't get mad at me. So I'm too tempted. I want them. It's my, it's his fault. He wanted me to paint the original droids, and now I'm like, now they all have to match. The whole army has to match. You don't get a say anymore, son. Just kidding. He's gonna enjoy the process of painting these, so we're gonna let him do it. I'm just gonna be extremely tempted to just spray them all color shift paints right now. Dude, the speed at which you can paint a droid army is really nice, and it makes up for, some of the more finicky builds for these models. They're not exactly the most, they don't have exactly the best centers of gravity. You know what I mean? These guys, for example, are rather top heavy, and the standard A droids, A1 droids or whatever, are very, they're just very fiddly. Okay, so next part of this is now we're going to mount the miniatures, right? So we got to get them ready for priming. And I think I explained this last time. The size of base determines what sort of blue tack you want to use, right? So go to the store, get yourself some poster tack, or it's often blue, but it can also be yellow, can be white. There's different colors of it, but it's going to come in like sticks like this, right? There's blue, I think, is the Loctite brand. But yeah, that's what we're going for. You want some blue tack. See, that's kind of ropey there. That's kind of bugging me. Let me smush some of this down. You don't want it, right? I don't want it all built up against his foot like that. Especially back here, that foot looks like it's trapped in the sands of time. Okay. Right? Try to keep it clean if you can. Even though, hey, they're walking in the desert. It's not the end of the world. You get a little texture on it. But anyways, let's mount these up. You can buy the expensive GW little handle things, which are quite nice and super fancy, and everybody loves them, and I see them on photos everywhere, and everyone owns 2 or 3. But hey, I just painted 39 models in one shot. I can't do that, man. So what I do is some blue tack and plastic shot glasses. Okay, you can go to a Total Wine or something like that, or even the grocery store sometimes will have this kind of stuff. And you get yourself a gob of blue tack like this. This is actually maybe a little bit more than I need. I get real stingy. Sometimes I just like save. And so if it's on a 25 mil like this is, it's going to sit like that in there, right? As opposed to if it were on a 30 mil base. Let me grab a 30 mil base here. Wow, it's actually not letting me pick it up. Come on, guy. All right, so if it's on a 30 mil base, you see how it's gonna, the contact, you're looking for where it's gonna contact the plastic. And on the 30 mil base, it's gonna, you're gonna have more contact around the outside, whereas on this 25 mil, it's going to be closer to the center, right? And that's going to decide where you put your blue tack. So I'm going to put my blue tack right here in the center, and I'm going to point it straight up like that. Make sure when you're working with your blue tack, spend some time kind of moistening it up so that it's good and sticky. And then just push down and twist a little bit. Twist them into place, and you should be good to go. I still got, yeah, here's the problem. I usually do let that texture dry overnight. But hey, we're in full lazy mode. I'm going to push this out so I don't have a big old flat spot. See? Problem solved. All right, so we do this. We need 6, so we're going to do 6. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or threats. Again, this is typically a pretty quick process. I'm just slowing down to explain everything so that you see how we do. Okay. Okay. And every now and then I need to come in and replace these shot glasses. You can see they start to get wrecked after a while. Currently painting an entire 11-man Blood Bowl team. They're all on prescription bottles held on by museum tack. What is museum tack? That sounds a little extra fancy. Prescription bottles work great. If you have those old IDW paints, those also work great. But, you know, if you need more, if you need like super high volume, go out and get yourself some plastic shot glasses. What team are you playing for Blood Bowl? Or painting, I should say. What team are you painting for Blood Bowl? May not be your team. Maybe somebody else's team. All right. Almost done with this step. It's like I have to stop every stage and check on my little guy here who's decided sleep is not a thing. He does that. He does that quite a bit. The old Shadowforge female elf team. Cool. I remember that team. Those are nice sculpts. Let's see. You see how this texture has gone, whoop, see how it's gone mostly clear? This is going to be very subtle when it dries. Okay, let me mount the last one. Check on my boys. And then, oh, you're only painting, not playing. Okay. I'm really peeved that they never made a proper plastic high elf team. It's really kind of upsetting. They made a pro elf team, but not a high elf team. All right. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm probably going to take my kid out of airplane mode. One sec. Oh, sorry. Still on mute. So I was explaining my primer strategy. Thanks, Nelson. So I'm going to do black primer, but I have to decide if I'm going to do gloss black primer or if I'm going to do flat black primer, right? And in this case, I want to do some metallic tricks. So I think I want to do gloss black primer. I hope my son... I want to do it, but... I'm going to... I guess I should. I don't know. I just used this gloss black primer on clone troopers because I was doing a kind of a liner trick on them, you know, using armor wash. You guys know this trick. You guys have seen me do it before. We're gonna do a little gloss black, okay? Man, please don't be mad at me, son. All right. So gloss black, because it is going to allow me to do some cool metallic tricks. Now, if you're not going to airbrush metallics, if you're gonna paint metallics, then you probably don't want to do gloss black, right? You probably just want to do flat black. But if you are doing metallics, you should actually prime black, I guess is the moral of that story. Alright, let's get a good prime coat on these. And you notice I like to hold, when I'm doing the black, I like to hold the miniature upside down. That way I'm getting all the undersides. You really want the black to at least be sitting there on the parts of the model that aren't normally seen. That way, just kind of help cover up any mistakes or areas that you may not reach when you're doing the regular painting. I don't know how you use those acrylic gloss primers from Vallejo. I pretty except that primer is too slippery. Yeah, the flat black is kind of specific in purpose. So you shouldn't be using it as a default primer. I think honestly, if you're going to use a single default airbrush primer, you get probably gray or white is where you want to go. I've been using this MIG one shot, and it's pretty nice stuff. There's also Stynel Res, which is one of my favorite types of airbrush primers. And then, don't forget, if you AK Interactive, they make a good primer, but you're going to want to thin. AK Interactive primers are great, but you do want to thin them ever so slightly when you're going through an airbrush. I mean, I could just show you guys some metallic, and then if my kid gets mad, I'll just reprime it. He's like, sorry. I mean, these are the droids. This is where you get to play with color shift. This is the best, short of Necrons. This is like the best range of models to play around with your color shift paints. Although I guess you could do this with with Infinity models too. If you wanted to do a really cool looking, Aleph team or something like that, you could do this. Man, I'm blowing through this stuff. Blowing through it. All right. Yeah, Nelson, if we do game tomorrow, I can totally just bring that Rambo board game. I guess I better read up on the rules tomorrow morning. I've watched some playthrough of it, so I have some idea of how to play it, but I'll have to. Ugh. That's a pet peeve of mine too. I don't like it when the texture gets on the lip of the base. Just kind of kills how cool and clean the base looks when you finish the model. All right. All right. So now we got the black coat down. So typically what we do, so let's say I wasn't painting a metallic model. Let's say I wasn't painting like a robot model that I was painting in a metallic. Let's say I was just, painting your standard whatever model. In that case, I would switch to a flat black primer, like I was telling you, or a gray primer, or some other, lighter, or some other primer, in other words. And then I would do what is called a zenithal prime, or zenithal prime, I don't know, however you want to say that. And these days, you have a couple of options. You can go with white primer, or these days I really like to do white ink. White ink is really nice for that kind of stuff, because white ink will airbrush kind of smooth, and you'll have a nice smooth transition, a nice smooth canvas to work with. Okay. All right. So now it's the fun part. Okay, we won't tell my son this, but here's the fun part. So we could pick. Ooh, look at that. That's like a silvery color. That's so nice. If I wanted to do gold, like a red gold, super nice. The green, I do for most of the droids, they're like that green gold color, which is really cool. But I got more color shift colors, and they're so good. Right? Look at this. Violet old copper. That just sounds amazing. I don't even know what this looks like. Maybe I'll okay. Let's keep that one under consideration. What else do we got? I'm just gonna prime it. We're just gonna prime it, and then my son will get to decide, if he likes it or not like it. Green, blue, violet. It's kind of a cool color. Not in consideration for this particular droid army. This looks nice. Look at this. Old silver pale violet. That looks amazing. Oh, man. So many good choices. Look at this pale gold blue, which I sprayed before. It's nice. It's not right. Well, it's not bad. Right, here's an example of that. It's not bad. It's kind of nice too. And then this Old Gold Violet, also super nice color. And then where's the green? The green gold is the one that actually most of the rest of the army is painted in that green gold color. Here it is. This is actually the rest of his army is this color, bright gold brown. Really nice color. All right, let's just play around a little bit, okay? I know. Just get a little air going on these. Dry them up a little bit. Okay. I'm just putting a little air on them. Okay. Let's look at these colors, okay? So that we can make a decision. Violet, Old Copper. And I've got this nice little black background here, now that I've primed them, that we can look at. Okay. So, not going to put these on the robots yet. It's kind of nice. That's a nice color. That's a nice color. Okay, let's try the next one. That one's already pretty dang cool. I'm going to find an excuse to use that color because that's cool. All right, let's go with Old Silver Pale Violet. They may be, this one looks like it's going to be a lot lighter in color. Whoa. No spider webbing there. Okay, this has a lot of violet. This has more violet in it than that other one. Also has a really nice copper tone to it. I like that one too. You can see they're pretty similar though. Kind of nice. All right. And then I'll show you the color that the rest of the army is currently. So if I wanted them to match the rest of the army entirely, this is the color I would use. And this is just a great, it's just a great color. All right, so. See, that's that green gold. That is a really nice color. And you can see that's why I made the rest of the army, or the whole army, including Grievous, is that color. So, any thoughts? What do you guys think? What color do you like? Do you like this color, which is really really kind of almost like a burgundy. This color here is got like copper and it's got some like purple to it, and this color here just absolutely gorgeous, like green gold. Okay, I'm kind of partial to this. I don't know if my son will like it. This may be safer. This is the safest because the rest of the army is that color. Yeah, Sean likes this color. I don't disagree with you. This is the safest because the whole army is this color. But if we were going to change it up between these two, I would go here. But I think you're right, Sean. I mean, if he's going to look at these tomorrow and go, Dad, you built my stuff. I don't want him to be freaked out. Oh, there's a whole area there that I missed with primer. Gotta be careful. It's pretty important to get, especially for spraying metallic, pretty important to prime the entire. Make sure you don't have any missing spots. All right. Now I'll do little black lines in here so you can see the difference in the colors. All right. I don't know if that helped. Framing them out so you can see. Now it looks like an Easter egg. Or the abdomen of a very, very cool, very cool bee. So you guys are thinking first one? So you guys like the first one? I mean, let's do it. Let's do it. My son doesn't like it, I just reprime it. Not a big deal. Right? It's what we do. It's what we do, guys. I'm going to justify all this right now. Right? You guys were with me. You saw. We had to do it. We had no choice. All right. I wonder if my son's going to leave me another death note if he doesn't. If he doesn't approve. All right. So you guys are now saying first one? Okay. Let's do the first one. Let's do it. Do it. Okay. And don't forget, you can mix these too. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the first one. We're gonna do it on the guy kneeling. You didn't sign up for as a cook. All right. Right, and you approach this like a zenithal prime. You can leave some of that black on there. It's so cool. It's like a rose color. It's like rose and copper. Oh man. That is such a sweet color. I guess I don't know how much of this you can pick up on the screen. Oh, that is sick. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's do the rest. Okay, he doesn't like it. What are we doing? We're going to redo it. If he doesn't like it, I do a mea culpa. Plus, I buy him more Legion anyways. He gets that upset. I take him to the store and buy him. Like, look, son. I know kids your age get whole armies. Just so you know, okay? I'm getting whole armies. Whole armies, son. Whole armies. See how I've got this all justified in my head? Oh man, that looks good. Oh man! Oh, it's so good. They're so good. I'm gonna show you guys some more tricks too. Since we're right, the floodgates are open. Now I'm gonna. It's not bad. I mean, we're still priming, guys. We're still priming. Okay. You know that is cool looking. Get in the AT-AT. That's when you bring out your painted. Ah. It's so good. It's so good. Just a couple more. All right. I mean, what kid wouldn't like that? Honestly. Honestly. Okay. Down. Okay. We'll show you the next part. Okay. Now we're going to, now in addition to the color shift, let's throw some light. We're going to throw some light around, okay? We're going to throw, steel is not bad. Where's chrome? Do I have chrome? I mean, I can use this. Chrome would be better. Chrome. Chrome is better. Chrome. Chrome. Chrome laughs at your four winds. All right. Here we go. Just a little bit of chrome. Okay? We're not painting the models, guys. We're just prepping them. We're just prepping the models. Okay? We're not painting the models. They're just going to be extremely well prepped. That's all we're doing. Okay. Right? And all I want to do with this, just little tiny little. Okay. Okay, see that? That's all we're going to do. We're just going to do little bing, little bing, little bits of light. Bing. Right? Just. That's it. Just to help bounce that light around. Man, is that not hot? That is hot fire. See that? Woo! Oh, I love it. Love it. I should just buy a whole other droid army and paint it like this, and then sell it to somebody. What do you guys think? Right? They'll buy that. And be like, look, droids. Star Wars, guys, Star Wars. Oh, it's Star Wars. Like, yeah, Star Wars, just like the movies. Oh, Star Wars just like the movies. What do you think? So cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Good, good. Okay, now let's get the, now actually am going to finish priming it. So I'm going to finish painting the base, because you don't want to paint over a gloss black on your, your desert base is going to look really slick and dumb, and you want that base to look super dry. Okay, so you could go in with, you can go in with ink, which would be nice and smooth. But I don't want smooth. I want flat looking, so we're going to use white primer. Okay. Which people, when you have to put white primer through your airbrush, there's always a little bit of a heart attack involved, just so you know, because white primer is notorious for clogging your airbrush. Notorious. So I don't to the point where I don't even recommend white airbrush primer for new airbrush users. It's going to make you rethink your life if you don't do it right. All right. So a little bit of white primer. Oh man. Like, you could right, you do a droid army, most of the time spent is going to be spent building it. Painting it is like 2 seconds. Although, you know, you come back in, drop a little detail on these. So the white primer is going to ensure that this looks dry, that the bases look dry, rather than slick from the gloss. Okay. And, oh! Ah! Okay. We cool? We cool. Now, if I was going to continue to paint this, but wait a minute, we're just priming. Okay, we're just priming, guys. I guess I just showed you that you could paint, you know, 90% of the paint job for a droid just using an airbrush. So take that for what you will. If you like if you find value in that learning, cool. That's what I would want to do with this. But the other thing you could do, if this were, let's say we were going with a lighter color shift color, another thing you could do, if one were so inclined, is you could use these MIG airbrush shaders to do cool effects, right? I did this. I use this on this color, and it's actually really nice. So so again, you prime black, then you do this color, and then you come back in with a yellow shader, and it is so nice. It really does like cause the rest of this to pop. You can also take your white ink and just hit, if you wanted to, you just hit the little, the little optic on these, and then you can do. Then there's all kinds of stuff you can do. Like on the rest of his army, I hit the optic with white and then use this Tesseract glow. Really nice for that kind of thing. So, anyways, they're ready to be painted. Oh, forgive me, son. I don't know. I think he'll be happy. I think he'll be happy. We'll see. We'll see. If he doesn't like these, again, very easy. We're at a very easy stage where I can just say, reprime those. It's not a big deal. But I will accept responsibility for it. Larry, you were not involved. I'll just point out you did vote for a color. There. Nelson didn't vote for a color. He's not involved. But yeah, this is how I prep and ready miniatures to be painted. So yeah, but these are like you're a good 50% into the paint job. If you do this, you're like halfway there. For this particular, if you want to just do a droid army, I should oh man, I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to build Star Wars Legion armies and just sell them. Just paint some up and go, hey, cool, you want? Buy it. Specifically droid armies. I know droids they're not terribly high powered, but that's pretty sick, I gotta admit. Pretty awesome. Okay, anyways, I think that's it as far as the painting is concerned. Anyone have any questions, comments, threats? Threats are good right now, considering I just maybe a little bit overstepped my bounds here with painting my son's army. But come on, come on! Come on! What is the matter with these beautiful? I don't know. They're just cool. They're cool. Do you really want to build droves of B1s? I mean, it would be these build a lot better than the A1s, and the droidecas those things are a pain to build. Those are no fun to build. And the little flying scooter things, they're not that bad. They're just fidgety. They're fiddly. They can be fiddly, but kind of cool anyways, right? It's again, it's my favorite part of Legion is just putting the stuff on the table and like, oh, that's so cool. And then as soon as the game starts, I kind of turn off. I kind of like tune out, like, but see, I'm trying to change that because I want to play more. I actually, it's up to you guys. You guys are going to make this game more exciting for me. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not a typical war game guy. I just played war games for a long time. I want to play skirmish games or games that are a little more tactically involved, right? Like Malifaux. We need to play some Malifaux. I do really want to play some Malifaux at some point. I want to paint some Malifaux too. I think we'll do that. So, anyways, I think that's it. I think we're going to call it here, unless anybody else has anything to say. But, yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys. And, yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.